Do not claim that you have seen a mountain if you have not yet seen Huangshan. Or so the people of China have said since ancient times. They call this place, where light, clouds, and mountain peaks combine in an awe-inspiring harmony, the world of the immortals. And they come here to visit one of the few sacred places accessible from the human world. Huangshan has been depicted in numerous Chinese poems and ink drawings. Of all the landscapes depicted, the most breathtaking is the grand sea of clouds. It only appears for a few hours in the winter. Over the period of a year, we observed the unsurpassed beauty of this world. Huangshan is located 217 miles southwest of Shanghai in Anhui Province. At the southern foot of Huangshan is a village called Tangkou. The name translates as the mouth of the hot spring. Most people gather here before climbing the mountain. As the name indicates, the village is well known for its hot springs. The temperature of the water here is often above 104 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a farmer's market in Tangkou. Every morning, local farmers bring seasonal vegetables and local farm produce to the market. Mountain climbers bunk here for the night and prepare to climb Huangshan in the morning. Countless stone steps stretch to infinity on the mountain path. They have been constructed over a period of 1,500 years. These steps are called 100 cloud stairs. The curved rocks seem endless, and a climber could easily believe that they are ascending to the sky itself. These steps are called the heavenly stairs. Rain has eaten away at the granite over thousands of years. The current steps were built upon the already curved rock. Each step is the width of a single man, making it necessary to climb them single file. Ascending the steps, you quickly lose your breath. Descending them, you quickly realize just how steep the incline is and how far the fall. Because of the steepness of the steps, visitors rarely came to Huangshan. However, after UNESCO included the mountain on their World Heritage List in 1990, tourism increased. Huangshan consists of various small and large peaks. It covers almost 60 square miles, stretching 9 miles from the north to south, 6 miles from east to west. Since ancient times, people in China have referred to Huangshan as a sanctuary for the enlightened. Many legends have sprung up around its formidable peaks and strange-shaped rocks. The central peak of Huangshan is called Lotus Peak. It rests at 6,115 feet above sea level. The rocky crevices of the mountaintop resemble a blossoming lotus flower, thereby earning the peak its name. In Buddhism, the image of a lotus flower blossoming in muddy water represents a holy place in the world of mortals. The Monkey Rock. Legend tells of a monkey who fell in love with a human girl. He sat gazing down at the village where she lived for so long that he was transformed into a rock. The monkey has gazed down from his perch for thousands of years and will doubtless continue to do so for thousands more. In July, Huangshan welcomes a summer that lasts only a month. This man is so enchanted by the mountain that he keeps coming back. Mr. Zhou Feng is a painter of landscapes. He lives at the foot of Huangshan and visits it every season. He has been doing this for over 30 years.
夏天的黄山变化多，它下过雨以后，这个绿颜色植被也很漂亮。对我们画画来讲，这个很能启发灵感。
发现黄山的奇松、怪石和云的它那种相互之间的这种关系、这种变化、微妙的这种变化，那种美感，这个我就觉得是很陶冶人的那种境界，那么很激发我的情感。
Since ancient times, landscape painters in China have classified the various shapes of the mountains and given each one a name. Feng, pointy, triangular-shaped mountains. Luan, groups of short and small mountains. Ling, groups of tall peaks. Yizhen, short but pointy mountains. Ying, two mountains standing side by side. Painters in China have closely observed the appearance of mountains and invented specific techniques by which to paint them. By smashing or scrubbing the end of a brush against paper, an artist can depict the rough surface of the mountain.
这种荷叶色呢，真是像荷叶了，太阳丸。
For painters depicting Huangshan, pine trees are as important a feature as the mountain peaks. Every pine in Huangshan is worthy of capturing in a painting, says Mr. Zhou Feng.
弯弯曲曲的我比较喜欢，矮小一点、弯曲一点，它对黄山的巧石的配合比较容易产生这效果，像盆景的那个感觉，大盆景的那种感觉，对吧？直的一般整片的这个笔直的整片的这个比较适合这个在画面出现。
Pine roots are visible in the rocky crevices. The pine appears to have fused with the rock. This pine stands at the top of the peak. The resulting scene could almost be that of a landscape painting. Huangshan's pines endure strong winds and several snowstorms a year. They cling to life by efficiently storing the limited nutrients. The rocks and peaks of Huangshan form complex geological alleyways. Strong winds sweep through the area in much the same way as the wind blows down a street of tall buildings. This is why the pines so firmly embrace the rocks and thrust their roots into any available openings. Once the root successfully penetrates granite, it secretes organic acid to dissolve the rock. It also absorbs a small amount of nutrients. This is the reason people say Huangshan's pines have never seen soil. These fascinating shapes result from the need to adapt to Huangshan's harsh environment. If we call the mountaintops the world of immortals, those villages at the foot of the mountains are the world of the humans. These villages from ancient times are still occupied today. The word Shangri-La, which translates to utopia, was first created to describe them. They have remained virtually unchanged since the Ming and Qing dynasties. During these dynastic periods, people fled the wars of the capitals and settled in this region. The World Cultural Heritage List describes the villages as the most perfectly preserved groups of historical houses in the world. This type of wall is called a horsehead wall. It is said that these walls were created to imitate Huangshan's stretching peaks. White plastered walls border an alleyway. Windows in the walls bear detailed decorations. The rain of southern China paints the alleys with an emerald moss. On a deep, misty day, people from the village make their way into the heart of Huangshan to pick medicinal herbs. As the temperature is low year-round, they can only pick these herbs during the summer. Medicinal herbs from Huangshan have been considered valuable for thousands of years. A historical record indicates that during the Tang Dynasty, the herbs were delivered to an emperor as a gift. 3 hours later, they finally find the herbs they're looking for. This is a type of ginseng called Huangshan ginseng. Since this only grows about 1/50th of an inch a year, it's treated as superior grade herbal medicine and has a very high market value. The ginseng they have found has 19 knots. As one knot is the equivalent of a year, this is a very rare 19-year-old ginseng. They now wish to find rock fungus, usually located on cliffs. This fungus is a combination of mushroom and seaweed. In China, it is called rock ears and is used as a remedy for heat stroke and stomachache. They descend the 260-foot cliff by rope. It's a dangerous operation. After some hard work, they finally find a 50-year-old rock fungus.
对，对对。
把宝都开了。
今天产的有多少？
今天不多，
不多。
哎，今天一般的就几两。
Huangshan's name, which translates as the Yellow Mountain, originates from the legend of the Yellow Emperor. He journeyed to these mountains to create an elixir of life. Many others followed in his footsteps. Like him, they came in search of regeneration. It was in this way that Huangshan became renowned. In the summertime, a mist rises from Huangshan. The landscape painter, Mr. Zhu Feng, works his way into the mountain to capture this picturesque scenery. "9 a.m. A shady mist. It has been days since the air has been this misty. In the afternoon, Mr. Zhu Feng stops working on his sketch and goes to the west cliff of Huangshan. He sees rain clouds beginning to form in the sky. Mr. Zhu Feng has waited for clouds such as these for quite some time.
我们上山来，总希望下些雨，下些雨呢，这个有飞动的云出现，有精彩的画面出现，我们可以一些雨来啦，雨来喽！哎呀，真的，你看雨来了，你看，哎呀，哎呀，雨来了，哎呀，下大以后，那就是这个山沟里的云就哇就上来了，哎，那是很精彩啊！哎呀，好，哎呀，你看看，真的来了，你看，说雨来了就雨来了，哎呀，好啊！
At 2 p.m., big drops of rain start to fall. After a while, a mist takes form in the valley. The raindrops that fall upon the valley evaporate as they touch the warm summer earth. However, the evaporation cools in the air, turning into mist. Two hours later, as the rain is about to stop, the mist starts drifting upwards. After being soaked in the rain, the peaks turn black and damp. The white mist envelops them. Clouds of mist pass through the peaks, borne along invisible air currents. The mist is a sheet of cloth. It is ready to envelop the entire universe. Like glossy silk, it makes its way through the mountain of the gods. Sometime it scatters into pieces. Sometime the pieces gather up again. The mist soon turns into small, thin particles. If the left side loses some particles, the right side absorbs them and expands. Only the top of the black peak can still be seen. The wind teases unique figures from the mist. According to Chinese legend, before the universe was created, the world was in chaos, as if covered by a haze. Impure and heavy matter fell down from the chaos, creating the black land, while the pure, light matter rose high, creating the white sky. The white mist flies over the black peaks, the negative and the positive. This is the world of black and white. The colors repel each other, but at the same time intertwine. People in China, inspired by the scenery around them, embraced this theory of the creation. With the proper use of different shades, scratches, and blurring techniques, one color of Chinese ink can create infinite combinations of the color black. It is said that black substitutes for 5 colors: meaning that one can depict the deepness of the world more fully by using the color black alone.
这个下过雨以后飞云啊，飞云，啊，飞云。这个画这个风雨的里面的那个就是必斗，必没斗就是气叹，啊，必说未斗气叹，要求做到这样难，但是要做到，气要到，必说未斗气叹。
Mr. Zhu Feng calls this painting Huangshan, after the rainfall. After the long 2 weeks, Mr. Feng has finally found his summer mist. Pouring out images already engraved in his heart, he manages to finish his painting in 30 minutes. Huangshan, the world of immortals, a sacred place in the human world. Many Buddhists and Taoists come to Huangshan seeking a place to meditate. Huangshan is located on the northern side of Huangshan. Huangshan is one of 4 sacred Buddhist mountains. The primary temple of the Dizhang Buddhist sect is located on Huangshan. During the 5th century, a monk from the Korean peninsula visited Huangshan and performed his ascetic exercises. It is believed that the monk was an incarnation of Bodhisattva Ksitingarbha, and his followers view the mountain as sacred. The gold-foiled, mummified remains of Zen master Wuxia are enshrined in this place. Zen master Wuxia was the 17th century's high priest of the temple. He lived 110 years and is being worshipped as a Buddhist saint in Huangshan. It is believed in China that Bodhisattva Ksitingarbha answers the prayers of those who seek to prosper in business. Believers and tourists from as far afield as Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Korea visit this place. At the foot of Huangshan, people prepare to welcome the winter season. They specialize in making Chinese ink, and are the most prosperous during the autumn season. They glue together the soot produced by the burning of good quality pines. They have used this traditional method of manufacturing Chinese ink since the Tang Dynasty. The ink will be dried throughout the winter. This traditional ink is called Huangshan and has been beloved by men of letters throughout history. It is also a highly valuable object in its own right, attracting collectors for centuries. The record indicates that many of these inks were collected by Ieyasu Tokugawa from Japan, the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate. Mr. Zhu Feng makes his way into Huangshan in the winter. He wants to depict the grand sea of clouds, which only appears in the winter season. For almost 30 years, Mr. Zhu has climbed Huangshan in the winter season. However, he only sees the grand sea of clouds on rare occasions. Huangshan is quiet and peaceful. The wave of tourists has dissipated. Mr. Zhu waits for the grand sea of clouds to appear. Mr. Zhu sat in this exact place waiting for the grand sea of clouds last year. Unfortunately, they did not appear. In order for the grand sea of clouds to form, there has to be a high concentration of moisture in the air. However, today, the temperature is still high, around 42 degrees Fahrenheit, maintaining the moisture as mist. In order for the moisture to turn into clouds, the temperature must drop lower than this. For several days, Huangshan is covered by the mist. The sea of clouds never appears. Mr. Zhu Feng spends those 2 days without drawing a single sketch. "5 a.m. on the 3rd day. It began snowing a couple of hours ago.
哎呀，下雪了，这个马上晴啦，昨天晚上下了半夜啦，等一下云海太开了，漂亮极了。
8 a.m. There is no sign of life at the top of Huangshan. The temperature drops to 19 degrees Fahrenheit. When the temperature drops low after a snowfall, the condensation of the mist quickly begins. This makes it easier for the sea of clouds to form.
现在这个雪比刚才要大了，逐渐的大起来了。雪越大，这个停下来以后的这个云海，这个变化越大，然后层次越多，这个持续的时间越长，啊，这个就是雪越厚，这个云海的这个味道越好。 看出来了，山峰出来了，出来了，出来了！你看，出来了！哎呀，出来了！出来了
The mist thins, and the surrounding mountains emerge. At 9 a.m., after waiting for 4 hours, the mist that had covered the entire sky slowly gathers up, and the condensation process begins. Small clouds begin to form around the peaks. The clouds swirl about the mountain like a winding dragon. The complex air streams produced in Huangshan make this cloud formation a unique phenomenon. Before the grand sea of clouds forms, we can watch as the clouds gather around and crawl up the peaks. Almost within our reach, the clouds are dancing around as if they are alive. Even for a constant visitor like Mr. Zhou Feng, this is a rare experience. The peak that the clouds rise up to is called Xuanyuan Peak. Legend has it that the Yellow Emperor who made the elixir of life rested on this peak. The movement of the clouds lasts about 2 hours. Eventually, the sunset arrives. "6 a.m. the next day. When we ascend, the peaks are covered by the clouds for as far as the eye can see. The grand sea of clouds was generated overnight. Overnight, the temperature of the surface area dropped, and the clouds floating above it could no longer hold their weight. They descended eventually to the valley and covered the entire area. The grand sea of clouds shimmers in the sunlight. the sea of clouds pushes between two peaks like rough waves crashing into a creek. Clouds surge against the peaks, shatter, and wash away again. The clouds, cooled overnight, are unable to rise again. Instead of hovering in the sky, they wash up the side of the mountain and draw back again like the tide. Meteorologists say that the vivid images we captured of the Sea of Clouds are extremely rare and valuable. The name Sea of Clouds now makes sense. Mr. Zhu Feng has spent his lifetime depicting the many faces of Huangshan. However, even he has never before seen such a spectacular grand sea of clouds. If you compare Huangshan to a human being, he says, peaks represent the body, pines represent arms and legs, and clouds represent the soul. Contemplating Mr. Zhu Feng's painting, it is possible to believe that this truly is a place inhabited by the immortals.
黄山大自然，它是一种这个变化的美，是流动的美。大自然本身是有生命的，而生命本身就体现一种流动，一种时间。对吧？当然，相对我们人类来讲，它是永恒的多，它是伟大的多。它有它自己的这个永恒和伟大。它本身是一种自然的规律，自然所呈现出来的它一种自然而然的东西。
The sea evolves from the mountain. The cloud is a living creature, the voice of the cloud and the voice of the wave. The clouds are like the music once played by the Yellow Emperor. The craft of 1,000 poets cannot capture the beauty of Huangshan. Hundreds of exquisite passages of writing cannot describe its scenery. The following afternoon, the sea of clouds slowly fades away. Just before it vanishes, Huangshan gracefully reemerges, shining in the soft orange of sunset.